powerlifting consists of three main lifts: the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. Each lifter, in various weight categories, gets 3 attempts at each lift. To be a good lift, each lifter has to meet certain criteria, which 3 referees around the lifter will determine. At the end of the competition, awards are presented to the lifters in each weight category with the highest squat, bench press, deadlift, and highest combined total. A lifter's overall total is determined by the sum of their best lifts, and the individual with the highest total is considered the all-round strongest lifter in their category.
Welcome back to the final day of the World IPF Open Powerlifting Championships here in Pilsen. Check out, it is an absolutely beautiful day here in Pilsen. The sun's come out and today is the final day and the big boys come out to play the 120 plus kilo division. This is shaping up to be an absolutely outstanding finish to a week's worth of competition. It has been already incredible this week. World records falling in every single session, and today is going to be no exception. We are going to see some challenges here today. I'm Gary Williams, and I'm joined by Elliot Bulldog Feldman for today's session of the 120 plus men. How are you today, Elliot?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks. How are you?
Very well. It's been an absolutely amazing week here, and today is just no exception today. I think we're going to finish on an absolute high note, really knock some big numbers out of the park here. We've got the Russian opening at 470 on his squat today. Just to put that into perspective, the world record is 505, and he's opening at 470. Just about to kick off our squats here, Kenneth Sandvik from Finland, we're looking at 175.
Yeah, so we're looking for a couple of things here. We're looking for the squat world record to fall. We're looking for the world total record to fall. We're looking for kind of all have to also be best lifter. We know where that is. We'll kind of keep you advised of what that number is. And we're also looking at possibly the highest Wilks ever in the history of the sport. So it's going to be an interesting session.
And Sandvik stands it up without any problems whatsoever. 3 white lights.
Raising to 265 kilograms for Chai Chi Fong from Hong Kong.
Chai Chi Fong from Hong Kong, looking to open his campaign at 265 kilograms.
The bar is loaded.
So just to put things into perspective, so Sandvik is currently carrying an injury in his back, so playing very light on his bench press. We are going to see him come out for that bench press and open with probably 345 by the looks of it. Chai Chi Fong, Hong Kong, 265 kilograms, just getting his wrist wraps tied up tight. Just reminding everyone that you can't adjust those wrist wraps once you're out on the platform. Technical controller there, just making sure he's got everything ready. Looking for 265 kilograms to open his day. Weighing in at 137.5. Drops into the hole and stands it up. And gets himself 3 white lights to start his day. If you're looking at the live scoreboard, so if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link to the live scoreboard as well. You'll see Sandvik just came out to do the 175, just to put a number on the board, and has opted not to take his second and third lift. Ito from Japan, looking for 310 kilograms. Elliot sitting beside me here with powerlifting.com, getting all the information on all the lifters up for us.
Yep, sir. Yeah, I love allpowerlifting.com. It's the easiest way to go get stuff. And we are not endorsed or paid or given anything by them. It's a great place to go for the stats.
We're happy to accept funding.
We will. Kibble Fund is always open.
Eiterito from Japan, 310 kilograms. Drops into the bottom, stands up very fast. Well, let's see what the referees say.
And
gets the two red lights.
Two red lights.
Couldn't get the depth and couldn't stand at the start position. Remember, Sahato from Great Britain, 350 kilograms. The spotters and loaders are working hard today with these weights.
Sonny Sahota's up now, Great Britain.
It's a fair way under his PB, so realistically shouldn't be too much of a challenge for him. It's a good, solid opener. Gets a number on the board, then he can really work at putting up that total.
I mean, he's still 30 kilos off of PB, so this should be pretty good for him. And that's a PB from last year at this very meet in Orlando, Florida. So it's not as if he did it 4 or 5 years ago.
So 350 should stand up very quickly.
And for these elite athletes, especially the Europeans, they're really peaking twice a year. A small peak for Europeans, and then the big peak here for World Championship.
Slow down into the hole. Looking for depth. Really having to work through that suit there. Made it tough for himself there with that extra pull down.
I think his second attempt should look, oh wow.
3 red lights.
It's just too.
Referees just not thinking he got deep enough there. He really had to pull through that suit and really push through those knee wraps to the bottom. We look at the replay, just a little shy. Tobias Zindeling from Germany, 360 kilograms.
These are some big weights. I mean, I don't care how large you are. This is a lot of weight on your back.
So he is opening at his previous personal best of 360 kilograms. Obviously training's going well. .360 kilograms.
And he's never done this in international competition before, so.
Steadies the bar. Sinks down in the hole and stands up very quickly.
Looks very good. Let's see what the referees say here. And wow.
Not quite getting depth there. Two red lights.
So we kind of know what the standard here is, right? That's
a little bit shy on the replay.
Very close.
There.
Very close, yep.
Raslov Sukal from Czechia, 365 kilograms.
The bar is loaded.
You know, normally if you hit a good first and you hit it hard, the referees tend not to look as much at depth, especially if they haven't seen you before.
Yeah, look, if you're coming out and you miss that first lift on depth, they're going to be looking very closely on that next one. You know, they know you've got problems. They remember each lifter. 365 kilograms for Czechia.
And he's one of the lifters that has that belt very high.
Sinks down into the hole quickly, struggles in that midsection though. Let's see what the referees say. Gets the two red lights. Ooh, not deep enough.
Blue lights for the knees. Let's see the knees. Yeah, the knees are soft. You can see him sitting there wavering.
Just couldn't get to that start position again.
Yeah. Just loose. All right, Jody Schneider's is up.
From the Netherlands, 365 kilograms.
You know, this is darn close to his PB.
He did PB of 370, so this is sitting really close there.
Yeah. Last year we have in the books we show in 372.5. So still either way, it's very close.
Very quick standing that up. Let's see, the referees think it's a good lift, and it's a good lift for 365.
And you see there's a distinct difference between the way Jordy just squatted and the way the others have been squatting.
Really sunk it down to the bottom, plenty of speed. Ryan Stinn from Canada, 385 kilograms, 15 kilos off his PB of 400.
His wife just had a great performance.
He'd been absolutely outstanding.
Yesterday. He just competed in the World Games back in Wrocław, Poland.
It was a quick turnaround, really.
The bar is loaded.
And he has continued to improve his lifting. I mean, other than being a little banged up and stuff, his numbers are still going up, which is a good sign, and it can continue it seems like it can continue for a really long time, because even in classic lifting now, people used to insist it was the gear. We're still seeing the numbers going up every year in classic too, where there's really nothing going on other than training is more consistent.
We're calling numbers now that used to be very rare. Now they're common squat numbers.
Well, we have classic numbers now that are exceeding the equipped numbers from 10 years ago, which is just, to me, is amazing.
Ryan Stinn, Canada, 385. No problem standing that up. Let's see what the referees say about depth there.
Yep.
Not quite deep enough. Referees are really tough on that depth.
And they're being very consistent here. I mean, that squat right there is getting called high all day long.
Julian Johansson.
JK.
390 kilograms.
We might look to see JK put up the heaviest deadlift of the competition. It's going to be hard. We got a 391 on the board. It's going to be awfully hard. I'm sorry, 388. It's going to be hard to beat that, but JK is going to see if he can do it. He's opening here at 390 kilos.
Spotter's just getting everything ready. Stands it up. He looks happy with that. He looks confident.
Yeah, let's see what the referees say.
Very quick in the bottom there. Yeah, not quite getting deep though. Two red lights.
It's somebody who's as experienced as JK. I might go up.
Yeah, look, a little bit extra weight, push him down through those knee wraps.
Only because he didn't have trouble getting.
It was quick. He didn't struggle with it.
I didn't see a struggle with it. Some of the others, where there was a struggle getting down, I don't know if you want to necessarily add weight because it's in their head. All right, Hans Magda Bartfit's up now.
395 kilograms from Norway.
I mean, unless you're here and you're watching at home, you cannot tell how big these guys are, especially Hans Magna.
These guys are monsters. He's weighing in at 160 kilograms.
Yeah, it's nothing. Nice side of beef.
Certainly not a lightweight.
No. But I mean, they're also just so big. The guys that are spotting and loading are large by any standard.
They're really working through that suit there. Struggling to get through the suit. We might see that come up shy as well. 3 lights. No lift.
Yeah, unfortunately, it starts.
They are struggling with that depth today.
Well, and you start to see that too on individual sessions, that it seems to run through it.
Yeah, and the referees are looking for it. I mean, the referees now are going to be watching you very closely with that depth. Yep. They're not going to give anything away. David Lupak, Czechia, 405 kilograms to open his campaign, weighing in at 145.1.
Well, now we're getting into the group of people that are going to be for the medal hunt. We're starting to move into them, so it could really change the top of the order of the medal stand at the end of the session.
And these opening lifts for these guys are super important. You miss that opening lift, then you've got to switch to plan B. Now, you've come here with plan A. You want to really try and stick to that, but if you miss that opening lift, then plan B has to come out. Stands it up well. Depth certainly looked better on that one.
Yeah, David looked a little bit better. Let's see what the referees say here. There we go.
Again, 3 red lights.
All right, so we know.
Let's have a look at the replay here. Tough on our angle, but the replay gives a better idea.
And I'm looking at the jury specifically. I won't say which jury member I'm looking at, but they're a little I don't know.
Hard to say on that replay. Could have been borderline, but as we say, the referees have got the best position there.
Well, and here's the thing. They're being consistent.
The bar is loaded.
Right?
They're very consistent this week.
They're calling this, but I mean, even on this session, whether we're going to agree or not agree, they're consistent. So that's all that you can ask as an athlete.
They've
is
set
that
the
referees
standard.
be
This is what the standard is, and
you have to adhere to the standard. Right. So
Svitsinov
Yeah.
from the Ukraine looking for 430 kilograms.
consistency is all that can be delivered to the athletes. That's all you can hope for. And right now it is. They just have to make the adjustments.
Weighing in at 167 kilograms. Looking to open at 430.
And I mean, he's darn close to his, well, not that close, but I mean, he's 450, 455 is his best.
Quick through the bottom, stands up very fast.
Wow.
Geez, he might have cut that a bit short though. Let's have a look.
Very light.
2 red lights. It's no lift. Doesn't get deep enough.
Yeah, and these squats guys are borderline at best. That was definitely high, but these are borderline at best.
For anyone out there new to powerlifting, or even who's been around powerlifting for a while, get online and subscribe to the IPF Powerlifting magazine. It's a fantastic read. Definitely a great source of information.
It's a wonderful magazine. You know, when we decided to start it, it's like, oh, how's it going to look? It looks fantastic.
Absolutely amazing.
It looks fantastic.
Joseph Capolino, USA, 432.5 kilograms.
And the pictures the media team takes and go on the Facebook page, on the website, in the magazine are just amazing.
Joseph Capolino weighs in at 169.4 and is looking for 432.5. He is an absolute monster of a unit out there.
Came in second at the World Games, that's a big thing.
Controls through the bottom. He knows he's got to sink deep here. He knows they're looking closely. Stands it up fast. He looks happy with it.
He got the hip dip. Let's see what the referees say.
3 red lights.
No lift.
He's going to be extremely disappointed with that.
470 kilograms.
Big Mike in his corner there, just having a chat with him.
For a Russian lifter, Andrei Konovalov.
Andrei Konovalov, Russia, opening his campaign today at 470 kilograms. Just shy of his PB of 482.5.
Right, here he comes.
170 kilograms. Almost half a ton sitting on his back. Weighs in at 157.2. So take his time here. Really get that bar driven into his back. That is a lot of Alico plates. That is a big waffle iron.
That is a big waffle iron.
470 kilograms.
It's going to be some hard kibble for everybody if he hits this lift. Be awfully far behind him.
Really wants to get this one on the board. Drives in through that suit. Stands it up. Wow. Had to work for that one. Let's see what the referees say. 3 red lights. Again, not getting the depth. Well, looks like the Russian coach might wander over to the jury table there.
There's three
red
three
lights.
reds, so he can't appeal it. Yeah, can't appeal it. It's got to be
3 red lights. It's unanimous from the jury, from the referees there, so you can't challenge that.
285 kilograms for Chai Chi Fong from Hong Kong.
So we've got 11 out of our 14 lifters missing their opening lift. Chai Chi Fong from Hong Kong looking for 285, one of only 3 lifters to get his opening lift.
The bar is loaded.
Referees are tough out there today, but they have set a standard It's up to the athletes to meet that standard.
I mean, it's part of the, goes into part of the sport. Right, whether it's basketball, football, got to adjust when you're out there on the fly.
This is the expectation of the referees. That's what we have to do. JG stands 285 up without any problems whatsoever. And he gets 2 white lights. Puts him on the board at 285. Eitorito from Japan looking for 310 kilograms. Missed his opening lift at 310, got a PB of 322.5. Very young lifter, 22 years of age, 5 years lifting. Looking for 310. Wants to get this one on the board. Otherwise, plan C is going to have to come out of the hat.
And this is far in excess of anything he's done in international competition.
Certainly didn't have any problem standing up. Just again, couldn't get depth. Couldn't lock it out at the top.
He is big too, man. Good Lord. 153.
153. You've really got to focus on locking those knees to the top and getting back to that start position. Depth looks good, much better lift. Got the speed through the bottom there, able to use the bounce and get 3 white lights.
There we go.
That's how you come back at it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you squat.
No kidding.
Great Britain, Sahato, 350 kilograms.
It's sunny. It looked like the suit was just so tight in the wraps, he could not get down.
He really had to pull down through the bottom there. Really struggled to push it through the suit. So again, missed his first lift. Looking to come out here now.
And again, well off his PB. This is not an issue of, you know, he's never handled this type of weight. This is a regular weight for him. I mean, he probably doubled this 2 weeks ago in training.
Yeah, look, he would have hit this a million times over. 350. This is a very confident weight for him. Really, again, struggling to pull through that suit there. Depth looked a little better on that one. Let's see what the referee's saying. 2 red lights. Again, doesn't get depth. He is really putting the pressure on himself now. Jaroslav Czechia, 365 kilos. Again, missed his opening lift.
Yeah, Suckle. I mean, I think he can do it. It moved very quickly for him.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't anything too heavy for him. You really just got to sink it down. It can be tough for some of the bigger weight classes, hitting that depth. There's a lot of body to move. And Jaroslav weighs in at 170 kilograms.
It's big.
That was much faster, much better lift. That looks good.
See.
3 white lights.
Hopefully we're setting a trend.
For Tobias Interling from Germany.
Tobias, Germany, 365 kilos.
The bar is loaded.
He's thrown a little bit more weight on there. Opened with a PB of 360, missed that on depth. Thrown an extra few kilos on here. Maybe in the hope that it'll push through that suit, push through those knee wraps a little bit easier for him.
Yeah, and no one that's missed has gone up either. They all stayed the same. Sometimes you'll see that they're not going to be able to get down enough, but I guess they're not saying that it's gear issue, they're just not getting down.
So if Tobias gets this will be a PB for him. Previous personal best of 360. Still trying to work through that suit. Stands it up very smooth. That's what the referees say. 2 white lights, and he's on the board with a personal best of 365.
380 kilograms.
Jordy Snijders is up now.
Jordy Snijders, the Netherlands, 380 kilograms.
This is a big PB for Jordy.
Yeah, he starts out at
The bar is
365.
loaded.
One of the 3 lifters to hit his opening lift. Now looking for 380.
And this is a pretty standard jump here, 15 kilos, especially at this weight class.
It's you can really boost your confidence too. If you've got a few lifters that hit that opening lift, no one else is getting your opening lifts, can really boost your confidence as well for the day. Sinks it down, right through that midsection.
There you go.
Stands it back up. 3 white
There you
lights.
go.
And that is how it's done.
Personal best. Let's see where he goes the next time.
Promoting 300.
Big squat.
Canada, 385. Missed this on the opener. Couldn't get down deep enough.
The bar is loaded.
I mean, this is only 5 kilos off a PB for him. At World Games, he did this. This is what he hit at the World Games. So it's a big number for him. But his numbers have been moving up consistently.
He didn't look like he had any problems with the weight.
No, not at all.
Just again, couldn't get down there.
Wasn't down.
It looks like most of our lifters have, responded to that standard that the refs have set. Going to be borderline on this one too, I think. Let's wait and see. 2 red lights.
No lift.
Again, no lift, not getting that depth.
390
Julian
kilograms
Johansson,
for Julian Johansson
390
from
kilograms.
Iceland.
Again, missed this on his opening lift.
The bar is loaded.
You know, and this is something that Julian should manhandle. You watch how when JK comes out, how light the weight is on his back.
Looks like Stin's coach is just going over to have a bit of a chat with the jury there. Wants to have a look at the replay. Julian Johansson, 390 kilograms. Made that hard for himself there. Dropped his head a little at the bottom, made it tough
Yeah,
to
but
stand up.
it looks
It's
light
good,
though.
3 white lights.
JK's happy there. Hans Martin's up now.
Hans backward from Norway goes for
395 kilograms.
Man Mountain.
The bar is loaded.
Well off his PB of 420.
Some of the Norwegians and the Icelanders are just absolutely huge.
Here he comes. Here comes Hans. Looking for 395 kilograms. Through that suit. I think we might have seen a bit of a drop in the bar there.
Probably going to be yellow cards there for him.
He has got 3 red lights.
Sorry, it's no lift.
No depth and not getting that start position.
Yeah, he didn't get his knees locked out. There's a bar there too. You saw one was a yellow. So bar dip. And then there's knees. No lock in the knees. So blue and a yellow. He was deep enough.
David Lupak, Czechia, 405 kilograms. Manhandled this on his first lift, but couldn't get depth. We've got a few lifters there now, so already 3 lifters have put themselves under enormous pressure for their third lifts.
Yeah, I mean,
using their first and second.
He hit 435 in this meet last year. So let's see, he could be up there again. I think he was trying to exceed that this year. He's got to hit this lift here. Got to hit this.
Certainly looks better.
See, with that hip dip, normally you're getting depth to get that dip.
3 white lights. That was a better lift.
So if you watch on replay, when you're getting the hip, when the hip pops at the bottom, right there, it's almost impossible to do that and see that wink without it cracking below parallel. There's some
Svistonov, Ukraine, 430 kilograms.
Yeah, there's some lifters that try to fake it, but it doesn't look the same. They try to actually put it into their training so they can be a little high, but they get caught.
Opened at 430, couldn't get down deep enough. Looking to come back out here and hit that 430.
And these guys are right on the edge too in all these lifts. They have to be in this class if they're going to even medal, much less win.
Just doesn't look comfortable under there. Very fast. And just can't get the balance at the top. Just shifts forward a little bit there.
Yeah.
Stepping it out. Never looked comfortable under that, even with the walk out.
No, not at all.
And gets the 3 red lights.
Joseph Capolino
Joseph Capolino, USA for 432.5 kilograms. So that's 4 lifters now have missed their first and their second under enormous pressure.
You know, this attempt here, these 2 attempts from Capolino.
This can change the end result.
And Konovalov can change who's going to win this competition.
This can open the door.
Joe hits this lift, it puts huge pressure on Konovalov. Huge pressure.
Joseph Capolino.
So it's just a matter of, you know, who are you in this? You know, are you the flint or are you the steel?
Working through that suit. Certainly looked deeper on that one. Certainly looked a lot deeper. He feels it.
There he goes. Yeah, there we go. There we go for Joe.
Gets him on the board.
Konovalov now is under huge pressure to make that lift.
Konovalov has to put this one away.
So this is where, you know, this is where everything changes because he came in obviously looking, you know, world record squat, world record total. And now it's just got to get in a squat to make sure I win the world championship. So it's already changed for him.
Andrei Konovalov, Russia.
He can get back to that point, but he's got to nail this lift and then be real confident with a third. But this is it right here.
470 kilograms.
If he misses this, then he's putting Capolino in the driver's seat for a while, and Joe looks very confident. Joe's a confidence lifter too. Konovalov's just kind of like a machine out there, but the American is very much, emotion driven.
Konovalov would have been out the back there working with his coach.
Yep, trying to figure out what's going on.
I think he'll sink this one in and stand it up fast.
Oh, I think so. I don't think he'll make the mistake, but there definitely is pressure here.
Struggles with a little pull through the suit there.
You know,
stands it up easily.
I don't know, man. And it looked like he should get a yellow card too.
Looks like there's a dip in the bar, and he gets a 2 red lights.
But if you watch on the replay, he dips before he starts.
He takes a second stab.
Watch. He goes dip, dip. See, and then back up. So that should be yellow card for that, and they did get him for his depth too.
Definitely didn't make depth.
He wasn't deep enough, and he dipped. I don't know how they missed that dip, which is fine. I mean, they got the call right.
So he has put himself under an enormous amount of pressure now. He's opened up the door.
It's wide open now. If Capolino comes back and hits his third, that's huge.
The bar is loaded.
Because Konovalov, I mean, it's a big lift, but it helps Capellino a lot. And also, Konovalov, it's got to wear at him a little bit because he was coming in for 5:05.5, and he's missed 470 twice.
Makes a big difference now. Chai Chi Fong, Hong Kong, 302.5 kilograms. He's hit 265, he's hit 285, now looking for 302.5. Sinks it in, just can't get through that sticking point there. Got good momentum out of the bottom. Probably could have gone a little deeper, got a little bit more bounce out.
Yep.
Moved a little more speed, probably pushing through there, but they'll be pretty happy with that, I think.
Well, so just looking how this has changed, Konovalov, again, was coming in looking world record squat, world record total.
325 kilograms.
Best lifter, and to set the highest Wilks of all time. Right now, he's in a situation that's all gone by the wayside, every bit of it. The only thing he's trying to do right now is win this meet, get this squat in, and win the meet.
Eita Ito from Japan, 325 kilos, missed his 310 to open, smashed it out of the park on his second, now looking for 325. His second squat looked absolutely fantastic, really quick through the bottom.
You know, and again, you're talking about a young lifter. This is his first open worlds. I think that 310 miss was just a bit of nerves.
Oh, look, walking out of that world stage for the first time, for that first squat especially.
Unbelievable.
The adrenaline, the nerves, it's absolutely phenomenal. Again.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. He just smashed that.
Good
just
speed
absolutely
into the ball.
smashed
3 white
that.
lights.
Yeah, I mean, because he came out tentative on the first one. Then
Great
the
speed in the
one.
bottom there. Really bounced it out and used that momentum.
You know, it's kind of this. The first one he comes out, it's I don't know I can. The second one is I think I can. The third one is I know I can. When he comes back in successive years now, his opener is going to be I know I can. We're going to see a lot of great things out of here. But right now, Sonny Sahota's up. He has missed his first two. Just looks like the gear's tight. He can't get down.
Just really struggling to pull through that suit and push through those knee wraps.
Yeah.
Looking for 350 to get on the board here. A lot of pressure.
Sonny's strong. I mean, he's a really strong lifter. This should not be a problem for him. Picking this as an opener should not be a big deal.
Yeah, look, you look at his numbers. This is a fairly conservative opening lift for him.
Yeah. Training went pretty well.
Looks like
all right, let's see what happened.
Deeper on that one, but let's wait and see. Again, 3 red lights.
You know, that's a shame there because he hit the depth and then he took a step. That's what you heard from the audience.
He'll be extremely disappointed there.
Dan comes up
any problems
and just took that step.
Just can't hold the balance at the top.
Now, if he had gotten the rack command and that had happened, it's still a good lift. The problem is he hadn't gotten that command yet.
So for him, that's a disappointing way to start.
Yeah.
No lifts there. He will not total.
And Cinceling's up now.
Tobias from Germany looking for 375 kilos. Failed his opener 360, added an extra 5 and nailed it. Now looking for 375.
I want to say hi out there to Marcus Schick and Andy Dorner. They're out there listening somewhere. Good Von Bacchus. We miss you guys, and hopefully we'll see you next year.
Tobias from Germany, 375 kilograms. He's not happy with that.
No.
He's waved it off. The spotters have re-racked it for him. Just didn't feel comfortable under there. Probably felt a little bit of a twinge, not willing to take the risk there. Ryan Stinn, 385 kilograms. Missed his opener, missed his second under enormous pressure now to be able to total for the day.
He's just got to attack the bottom of this now. And he knows better. He's a good coach.
He's been coaching for a long time. He's been lifting for a long time. He knows what he's got to do. He knows what he's done wrong. a lot better.
Let's see what they say, though. It still is. It's
wait and
on the
see.
border.
There
we go.
All right.
Absolutely.
He's on the board with
See,
385.
And what we're seeing here, honestly, I think on the first attempt that would have been called bad, but you've had so many good lifts in here now that I think the referees are a little less jaundiced, maybe.
Yeah, it certainly makes a difference when everything's on flow. Jaroslav, Czechia, 387.5 kilograms. Missed his 365, nailed his 365 for the second attempt. Now looking for 387.5 to get back in the game.
I think his descent may even be a little bit faster on this. He's looked very, very good. I mean, he's looking better now than I thought he would after his opener.
Using that bit of extra weight now to push him down. He
Walk
certainly
out
looks
solid.
comfortable there. Very fast to the bottom. Stands it up. Very quick in the descent there.
You know, he's the
3 white lights.
If you notice the difference in his style is he is not feeling for the bottom at all. He just dives into it and lets the wrap and the suit do the work.
Yeah. And we often see, particularly in classic lifting, you'll often see lifters really try and look for the bottom and guess when they're there. And you know, from a coaching perspective, like I often tell our lifters, don't look for the bottom, find the bottom.
Exactly.
You'll know when you're there.
You'll know.
Jordy Snijders, Netherlands, 387.5.
Big PB for him. I mean, he's already having a great meet. I'm sure he's very happy.
Opened at 365, no problems. Hit the 380 for a second. Now looking for a few extra kilos.
I think this is a 15 kilo PB. He's already got a PB on the board, but this is a 15 kilo PB for him.
Josh couldn't quite grind through there. Gave it an absolutely incredible effort. Just couldn't quite get it up there.
I mean, he's got a 7.5 kilo PB. You got to be happy with that.
That's a good day at a world meet.
Look, he put on 7.5 kilos. If you put on 7.5 kilos for 6 years, you know, you're talking pushing up on 40 kilos, right? I mean, you can't go wrong with adding 40 kilos every 5 years.
Norway, 395. Missed his opener, missed his second. Has to get this on the board. Huge support in the crowd here.
One of the other issues is, too, and I don't think we'll see it, but if some of these lifters don't get through and they decide not to bench and deadlift, it really speeds up the group.
Yeah, it can certainly
for
change
these
the
bigger
day.
guys.
And, you know, puts a lot of pressure on these bigger guys for their warm-ups and turnaround. That looked deep. And just can't get through. Certainly got the depth there, but just couldn't get the momentum up. So that is his day for a total done. He cannot total now.
Loading 405 kilograms.
Yeah, and I don't know what he's going to do. All right, JK's up now. Onward and upward.
The big Icelandic is coming out for 405.
PB for him.
Missed his opener. Got it on the second. Now looking for a PB of 405 kilograms.
You know, his. I mean, he's a good squatter, but the deadlift is a thing, and hopefully there was a 388 hit earlier this week. So I think JK would at least like to come out of this with the highest deadlift in this meet, and it would be a new PB for him. So I'm sure he'd like that.
Right now, JK walking out the big Icelandic.
Can you see him coming at you with a battle axe?
I'd rather not. Faster to the bottom.
Let's see what they
A
say.
little bit of a pause there if it stands it back up. 3 red lights. Doesn't get deep enough there. You can see he dropped his head and his chest to the bottom there.
25 kilograms for
David Lupak. Check it out.
To put it in perspective, the size, the smallest spotter up there is about 100 kilos.
So you've got two guys in the commentary box here with probably a combined weight of over 230 kilos. And we think they're big.
Yeah. Definitely.
David Lupak, Check out 425 kilograms. Missed his opener at 405, got it on his second. Adds 20 kilos to the bar here. His second lift certainly looked good.
I think he'll smash this. Because he was just tentative on his first one.
Drops into the bottom. Hips through and stands up. Hits the rack command. That looks good. Three white lights.
I mean, guys, there was a lot of red on the board early, but you see that these squats look much better. They just look more solid in general.
Volodymyr Swistonov from Ukraine.
Ukraine.
32.5
Another one
kilograms.
under pressure here. Opened at 430, missed it. Came out for a second, missed it. Now looking at 432.5. Couple extra kilos on the bar. Maybe hoping to push him down through the suit a little bit. Looks like they've adjusted the knee wraps a little and shortened them there as well.
And Svistonov's
has to get this lift on the board.
Yep. I mean, if he doesn't get this in here, it works for Capolino, even if Konovalov gets his in, because now Joe doesn't have to worry about somebody behind him as much, and he can just shoot for Konovalov.
Looks comfortable. That was quick. He had the speed there.
I don't know.
Speed out of the
hole. A little high. Let's see.
Did he move quick enough? And he gets the two white lights. Moved quick enough not to get the rest time to think about it.
Joseph Capolino from the US.
Joseph Capolino, 442.5.
442.5 kilograms.
The jury's having a very close look at that last lift. But no movement. Joseph Capolino, 442.5. Well under his PB of 460.
But also, too, look at this. You know, he came in second in the World Games, only hitting a 440. So this is the 442. You know, that 460 was hit at U.S. Nationals, the World Team Qualifier. So it's a little bit different in the way you call your numbers and what you hit.
At the end of it, you do what you need to do for that meet.
All that matters is the win.
442.5. Trying to drive it in. Gets a little bounce out. Stands it up with ease.
Let's see what they say.
No depth. Two red lights. Only gets the one lift on the board there. Konovalov from Russia needs this 470 to stay in the game. He has come here to win a gold medal. He's come here to break records, and he is under all sorts of pressure now. This lift is do or die.
Hear the crowd going.
And the bar is
loaded. 470 kilos. Everything rides on this lift for him.
This is the last squat attempt of the championship. Look at that bar bend.
And anyone who's familiar with Alico bars, they're about 225,000 PSI. They're not an easy bar to bend.
No.
I see one of those flex is a lot of weight. Yeah, it's a lot of waffles.
A lot of waffles indeed.
470 kilograms. The crowd has gone absolutely silent for this lift. Gets that big breath. Right into the suit. That looks better. Can he stand it up? I don't know. He cannot stand it up.
All right.
So that now is his day.
Now what happens is it's Capolino and Svistonov for the gold medal.
Wow. What a turnaround. We came here thinking Konovalov's got this gold medal in the bag. He's going to go for the world record. and he misses
bench
all
press.
3 squats.
So he misses the opener, and world record squat goes off the board. Misses his second, world record total goes off the board. Misses the third, that's it.
That's it. Gold medal's gone. World records are gone. This has opened the door and changed the game completely. We're going to take a 20-minute break now, and we will be back in 20 minutes to see some absolutely enormous bench press here with a 120 plus. We'll see you in 20 minutes.
Roll, roll.
Welcome back to the World IPF Open Powerlifting Championships 2017 Pilsen, Czechia. Brought to you by the fantastic equipment from Alico and SPD, and proudly brought to you by the IPF. This is an absolute drama-filled afternoon of lifting here. If you've just joined us, we've just seen the Russian Andrei miss all open squats. He was without doubt the clear favourite to be winning the gold medal here. We were looking for world records from him. We were expecting a world open record from him. And now he has missed all 3 squats. His day for totals and records is done. We've opened the door for Capolino to come through. We've opened the door for a number of other athletes to come through and take out that gold and those top medals. We're going to kick off our bench press now with Sahato from Great Britain, 220 kilograms. Looking to open his day at 220. Well, let's hope these guys have a better day on bench than they did on squats. We only saw 3 of our lifters with successful opening squats today. Really pulling down through that suit. That's a really tough pull. Powers it off. Nails his 220 and gets the 3 white lights.
You know, and that's right near a PB for him too.
So opens with a personal best. Ito from Japan, also looking for 220 kilograms. Certainly a better way to start the day on bench press than we've seen on squats.
Yeah, they had a rough go of it in the squats, didn't they?
So the world record for bench press in the 120 plus, 410 kilograms. Ito from Japan gets the call. Drives it off that chest hard and puts it back in the rack for 3 white lights. Tobias, Germany, looking for 240 kilograms to open his day on the bench press. Had a 365 squat. Now looking for 240 on the bench, which is an equal PB for him.
The bar is loaded.
Here comes the big man.
He's got a PB of 2. Wow. He's never done this in international competition. Even close.
Big opening lift.
Not even close. It's a 30 key PB for him, at least in international comp.
Gets it down to the chest quickly. Powers it off. Gets those triceps in there and racks it up. Gets himself 3 white lights. A much better start in the bench press than the squats.
Gets 245 kilograms loaded on the
Jay
bar.
Chai Fong from Hong Kong now looking for 245 kilos.
And the bar is loaded.
Yeah, right now, Capolino's in the driver's seat. If he can hit 2 bench presses, he's doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah, look, Konovalov missing those squats has certainly opened the door there.
Yep.
And changed the whole day.
I mean, Joe has a plan for how he wants his career to go, and this, you know, one of them is winning an open, so this helps him. He knows.
Chai Fong looking at 245.
He's got himself, he's limiting himself to about a 4-year window.
A little bit of a struggle there to get the bar line. Pushes it up.
Wow.
Let's see what the referees say about that one. And he gets 2 red lights. A little bit of a dip in the bar.
dipped the bar. I don't think he got his elbows locked. It really
just got out of line on the way down there.
Clean.
Took control and pushed him back. Just couldn't recover from that.
Yeah, it's just not. Bar dip.
Bar is loaded.
Ryan Stinn from Canada had a lucky escape in the squats, getting his last one on the board there.
He is very hard to judge in the squat, that I will tell you. So there's some lifters that get more breaks based on their technique and their frame, and his, both technique and his frame, it kind of costs him a little bit. So he doesn't get any breaks whatsoever. So, but again, you are what you are, and you got to make adjustment to it.
Yeah, you got to work with it. But 285 for Ryan Stinn.
But he's good enough that he gets to compete at the World Games, which is our Olympics. So, you know, he's pretty good. Still one of the best in the world.
Pulls that down hard to his chest. Fires it up. Very quick lift there. He gets himself 3 white lights.
Raising to 300 kilograms.
And just to put that in perspective, I mean, for this group, that's a fairly light bench press of 285 for Ryan Stinn. If you're at home and you're going to a commercial gym, pretty much double the weight of what the biggest guy in the gym is working out with for the squat, and that's what Ryan just pressed.
Julian Johansson, a big Icelandic, 300 kilograms, 10 kilos under his PB of 310. Drives that down to his chest. Fast off. Did he lock that out properly? Yes, 3 white lights.
And he's well capable of having a personal best there. He's at 310. He'll probably look to tie that, maybe even go 312.5.
Jordy Snijders from Netherlands looking for 315 kilograms.
And he's having a good meet. I know he's going to be a little bit happier with where he is than where he finished up last year. And he looks significantly better than he did 2 years ago.
That shirt pulled down super tight. Really gonna have to work this down to his chest there. Gets himself set. Really having to work that down there, struggling to pull it down to his chest.
Wow.
Gets it there.
Good Lord.
Gets the call. Slams it up fast. 3 white lights.
All right, and that's a PB for him there. I think you're going to see the next one is going to be a lot easier for him.
Yeah, a little bit extra weight there. He really had to work down through that suit there to get it to his chest.
Yaroslav Choukal, and the bar is loaded.
Yaroslav, check it out.
325 kilograms.
325 kilograms. Gets it to the chest fast. Just struggles to get it off there though. That shirt looking like it wasn't really tight enough to give him that power off the chest there.
Like I said, it kicks off the touch was okay.
The bar is loaded.
Just couldn't chase it up. David Lupak, Czechia, looking for 325 kilograms. Taking his time here. See, he's got that belt super tight, really holding that shirt down.
He hit a 330 at the World Games in Poland several months ago.
325. Really having to pull through that super katana. Gets the call, fires it up.
Wow, that's solid right there. Very, very
good,
solid.
smooth bench for 3 white lights. Joseph Capolino,
American lifter, Joseph Capolino,
who is now, after the events we've had in the squat, now looking to be our favourite
The bar is
overall
loaded.
to take out the championship. 340 kilograms for Joseph Capolino, 10 kilos under his PB of 350. .340 kilograms. Just struggling to get it down to the chest. Gets the touch. Gets the call. Just can't get it up there. Held down for a very long time for the press call. Looks like Big Mikey's going to the jury table to have a question there.
Yeah, I don't understand what that was.
Looked like he crashed from here. Looked like he touched. Referee's holding him down there for a very long time.
He is touched right there.
Once you're held down there for a very long time, the longer you're down there, the more of that potential energy you lose out of the shirt and out of your system.
And the heavier the bench, it doesn't even matter the size of the body, the heavier the bench, the harder it is to do that.
Hans Magna from Norway, 340 kilograms. Big Mikey's in the USA, still over there at the jury panel. Don't often see Big Mikey upset, but he looks a little upset. Hans Magna. Again with a long hold there. Can he lock that out? See what the referees say.
It's a good lift.
It's a good lift. And it looks like the jury's got some movement here, walking over. We might see a relift. We might see Capolino get a relift here. Kenneth Sandvik from Finland.
Yeah, it looks like they are.
345 kilograms. But Capolino's been awarded a relift here. So he'll be back out at the end of this
It's
to
fair.
attempt that again. He was held down for a very, very long time.
And what I will tell you is that it is very hard. This is the hardest class to adjudicate.
It's very subjective. You've really got to, you know, we're waiting for that bar to come to a complete stop. It's very hard to adjudicate this class. Kenneth Sandvik, Finland, 345, gets it to the chest very fast and powers it off the chest. Let's see if he locks that out. And he gets a good lift.
There you go. Yeah, it's very, very hard. It's stressful doing this. It's my favorite class to work with, the Unlimiteds, the 120 pluses, but it also wears me out more because the weights are heavier, the movements are shorter, everything. Even the touch on the chest is harder than it is in any other division.
Vladimir from the Ukraine, 355 kilos, well under his PB.
Now, realistically, too, if they thought that he was down there and he wasn't touching, after 5 seconds, if it's just sitting there, you should call him to replace the bar, and it's...
Yeah, that's right. Five seconds if they're not happy, that's a re-rack.
Oh.
Vladimir, Ukraine, 350 kilograms. Working it down to the chest, just not touching, gets the touch, gets the call. Really struggled to work that down to the chest there.
Wow.
Just couldn't pull through.
No lift.
No lift there. He really had a hard time getting that down there. Getting to the chest there.
Right now, you're watching an episode of Survivor playing right out in front of your eyes. You know, it's a little like whoever survives this is going to win the championship.
Konovalov from Russia.
And it could be somebody we're not anticipating now.
Coming out for the bench at 355. Was looking like the favourite to win the World Championships here.
Yep.
Missed all his opening squats. The best he can do now is try and salvage the day and take a medal in the bench or the deadlift.
Right.
And take something away from it. Konovalov looks like he might not be coming out for his lift. Let the clock run down here. We're at 20 seconds to go. It looks like Andre from Russia has decided not to take this lift.
I think he's just going to put it. I wonder if he's just going to put attempts in just to leave time on the clock. These big guys need as much time as they can.
Just to make sure there's time on the clock for the other guys.
Yeah.
If he opts not to come out, they lose that time, and it's a quicker turnaround for them.
Right.
Especially here for Capellino. That extra minute helps him a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Solo reload now for Joseph Capellino, who's getting a relift after his coach went up to the jury and disagreed with the refereeing there.
And the bar is
340 kilograms.
I'm not sure.
Hasn't had a lot of time between this lift either. $340 kilograms.
This lift right here could determine the championship.
Again, really having to work it down, struggling to get that touch.
There he goes, he got the touch.
Gets the call.
Nah, just too much.
Can't lock it out.
Too much. He'll hit it on his second one.
Yeah, look, they'll change a few little things. He's using a lot of energy trying to get that touch going.
He only had about 5 minutes turnaround. You know, now he's going to get about 14 minutes turnaround.
We are back round to the start for round 2 now.
There are times that even though it's awarded, that they'll turn down a relift depending.
Yeah, look, there wasn't a whole lot of time for him to turn around there. It's Hotto from Great Britain now looking at 227.5. Had a good solid opener at 220. Coming out now for 227.5 now.
Joe trains at a very fast clip normally, but you know, we're talking near maximal effort now, so it's a little bit different than just in regular training. Generally, supers trend to do everything a little bit slower, including training.
I think when you're that size, everything's a little slower.
It just is. I mean, you're so much bigger.
Fast off the chest. Does he get the lock?
I don't know if Sonny got the elbow locked.
3 white lights.
There you go. Good.
Loading 230 kilograms for
Ito from Japan, wanting 230 kilograms. Looking for 230. Ito from Japan. Gets right up on those shoulders. Really taking his time here.
Wow.
Very fast lift.
My
there.
goodness.
Very quick 230 kilograms. And gets two white lights to go through.
I got to load that bar up with this, I think. He gets it down quicker, he can really pop it even better.
The bar is loaded. He's going
very
for
quick
second
move.
bench press attempt.
Chai Chi Fong, Hong Kong, looking for 245. Missed his opener at 245. Coming out now, try and fix that problem. Again, struggling with that right elbow there.
Yeah, let's take a bar dip on him a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
The two red lights. Just let that bar drop. Put himself under enormous pressure now. We've already got 3 athletes out of the totals. Tobias, Germany, looking for 270 kilograms. Opened at 240, which was the PB. This will be an absolutely monstrous PB for him. Added 30 kilos to the bar here. Looking for 270 kilograms. They have got that Inza shirt really tight there. Pulled that chest plate down. You can see how much it's really ripping into his arms there. Yeah. How far they pulled that down.
And Sincherling's he's not young either. He'll be a master next year. So the fact that he's putting that number on, adding to his PB like that, it's just amazing at that age.
Let's see the 270 can push down. Really struggling to get it down to his chest there, and just lets the suit take control. Maybe a little bit too tight in the suit there. Great job from the spotters there. Really saw that happening and jumped in as soon as they could. It's a tough job out there for the spotters. They've got to make split decisions. They've got to wait for the referees to tell them they can sometimes.
They've been doing a great job all week.
They have been absolutely outstanding. And it is 120+ kilo class. It is a big ask out there. There's a lot of weight for him to handle, a lot of loading. Ryan Stinn, Canada.
PB for him right here.
Wants 295. Looks like he's lining himself up to crack the 300 today.
Yeah, and his bench is going up consistently. So just a couple of months ago at the World Games, 285.
Now looking for 295. Brings it down to the chest. Just struggling to get that touch. Gets the touch. Doesn't look, just can't get that lock out. The spotter's jumping in there.
Sorry, it's no lift.
So no lift for Ryan Stinn. Julian Johansson, the giant Icelandic, 310 kilograms.
And the bar is loaded.
Opened at 300, successful. Now looking for a 310. Got a predicted subtotal of 1,040 at the moment. So certainly up there in the mix. Gets it to his chest quickly. Fires it off. Just can't control it to the top though.
Nope.
Got a little bit offline. Let the bar pull him back, so that is a no lift.
325 kilograms for a Czech lifter, Jaroslav Sukal.
Jaroslav Sukal, Czechia. Wants 325. Missed this on his opener. Just let the suit take control on his opening lift there. Pulled the bar down to his chest. Shirt got him a little bit out of line and just couldn't rescue it. He'll be really focusing on getting that line, that bar now.
And again, we're talking about another Masters lifter here.
Gets the start command. Gets it clean into the chest this time. Looks like he may have got this.
Let's see what happens. You do not have to lock out evenly. The referees say.
Two white lights on the board at 325 kilograms.
You do not have to lock out at one time. The bar, if it dips, the entire length of the bar must go down, not just one side.
Geordie Snijders, Netherlands, looking for 325. Opened at 315, was a good lift. Now looking at 325.
Geordie just having an absolutely great meet.
Got himself a squat there of 380.
PB. Got a big PB bench already.
Now looking for 325. Really working that down hard, trying to keep the shirt in line. See him trying to work through that shirt there. And not quite. Fantastic job from the spotters there, jumping right in and stopping that bar dropping.
Yepper.
David Lupak, check out, 335 kilograms.
From the Czech Republic.
Open at 325, good lift.
Now
wants that 335.
And again, this will be his best. He did 330 at the World Games.
$335 kilograms to really increase his PB. Had a great squat at 425. He's right up there in the mix for the medals. $335 kilos. Let's see how tight he gets that belt. That shirt is not going to slip up. Really working it down to the chest there. Gets the touch. Quick off the chest. Looks like he's locked it out.
All right, let's see what the referees say here.
There you go.
Lupak's got to be happy with that right there.
Joseph Capolino looking for 340 kilograms.
Joseph Capolino.
Missed this on his opener.
So
got a relift, still missed it. Now looking for that 340.
So right now, Lupak is in the lead, and if he makes his opening at 10, doesn't even make his third bench, makes his opening at 10 deadlift, he's at 1100.
This is tough for Capolino though. He's come out here, he's missed it twice now. He did well on his squats. He's going to play with his head a little bit now, missing this twice. Needs to get this one on the board though. Currently looking for looking like a favourite for an overall, but what did we see earlier in the squats?
Got to get the bench in.
Needs to get this on the board.
Now he oftentimes will look like he's struggling in the bench, and then it'll just get one, and it'll be okay. So he's going to be very composed whether he makes this or misses this, but he really needs this. He really wants this here.
Looks like that shirt is super tight, struggling to get it to the chest.
Touch.
Just gets it there. That looked better. Can he lock it out? Did he get the lock on that? 3 red lights. He is really under some pressure now.
347.5.
I don't know if he locked that or not. I mean, it just looked like he was holding it.
Yeah, look, it was tough to see from where we are, but it just didn't look like those elbows straightened out. We see from the replay here, that right elbow, we can see clearly doesn't straighten out. Hans Magna, Norway, 347.5. It is open at 340, no problems. Now looking at 347.5. Missed all 3 squats. Looking to salvage something out of today. Gets a start call. Struggling to come down evenly with that bar though.
Wow.
Comes up quickly though.
There you go.
Gets himself 3 white lights. 347.5.
From Ukraine.
Vladimir Svitsinov from the Ukraine, looking for that 350 kilograms. Opened at the 350, missed it. Now looking to come back out and get that 350. Had a great squat, 432.5. Needs to put this on the board. It's another gentleman that is in the mix for those overall medals, but has to get the bench on the board. Vladimir Svitsinov from the Ukraine. 350 kilograms.
This will vault him in the first place in the overall.
Needs to put this on the board. Gets the touch. Drives it up fast. Looks like he's got this one.
So now it looks like
3-1 lights.
So now he's in first place in the overall.
Loading 352.5 kilograms for Kenneth Sandvik from Finland.
Kenneth Sandvik, Finland. 352.5 kilos. Open at 345. Good lift. Now wants that 352.5. Here he comes. Gets the start command. Quick to the chest. Quick off the chest. Well, let's see what the referees say about that. And he gets 3 white lights.
There you go.
And we're loading 355 kilograms for a Russian lifter.
Bar being loaded now for Andrei Konovalov from Russia at 355. And remember, Konovalov opted not to come out for this lift.
The bar is loaded.
It looks like he's doing the same here. Just leaving the attempts in there to make sure there's that extra time for the guys. Showing a bit of respect to the other athletes there.
Now it's twisted around. Svitsinov is on top at subtotal. Lupak is right behind him. And then Sokol from Czech Republic.
Yeah, so Capolino here under a lot of pressure. Has missed these 2 lifts. Konovalov missing his squats. Open the door for Capolino. Capolino now struggling on bench press.
Yep.
Could open the door again for a new world champion.
Yeah, and I mean, we have couple lifters that need to make a bench here, make a third. If they make their third, we'll have 5 over 700 at subtotal. So Capolino makes that, that'll be 6.
So it's certainly going to
so we're moving to
be a very, very interesting afternoon lifting here.
Yep.
We're loading
so Andrei Konovalov opting not to take that lift, letting the clock run down, making sure all the extra minutes there for the other lifters. So Hota, Great Britain, looking for a PB here at 235 kilos, 220 open a good lift, 227.5 good lift, now for 235. And another lifter that didn't make his squats, trying to salvage something out today. Gets it down to the touch. Powers it off the chest. Can he lock it out?
Nope.
Not quite locking it out there.
Unfortunately not.
Just couldn't straighten those arms out. Just 3 red lights.
You know, you feel bad because these guys are training so hard. They came in with good numbers. You know, they've spent pretty much the last year getting ready for this, from last year till now.
35 kilograms.
Eito from Japan looking for 235.
Sorry, bench press.
Open the 220. Good lift. Hit the 230 for a good lift. Now looking for 235 and still well under his PB of 250. But again, a young lifter, 22 years of age. This will be great experience for him. Sporting the flaming stars and stripes Titan soft suit there. Certainly can't miss that one. Gets the touch quickly. That was very fast. 235. 3 white lights. Gets 3 from 3.
Yeah, after his second attempt, I said they really got to put some serious weight on there.
That was certainly better and quicker than his second.
I would have put 10 or 12 and a half on it. We were saying that 5 was just not enough as fast as he moved.
He had plenty more in the tank there. Chai Fong, Hong Kong, 245, has missed this twice already. Has to get this on the board or we're going to see another lifter out of the totals running.
But again, Ito is a junior, so it's
all experience.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, he'll take away an enormous amount of experience from this event.
We're going to see him much improved next year.
Gets it down quickly. And looked a lot better. Let's see what the referees say. He's waiting for the call. Gets 2 white lights. He's still in the game.
Yep.
Tobias Enderling, Germany, 270 kilograms. Open to 240. Good lift. Second lift, 270. Couldn't quite get there. Third attempt for 270 kilograms. He has got that shirt super tight. From his last lift, it looked like that shirt might be a little bit too tight there. Really twisted the sleeves around the shoulders there. You can see it really digging in. It pulled that chest panel down. He really struggled to get the 270 down to his chest in that last lift. Let's see if they've made any adjustments on this one. Certainly got that down a lot better.
Down way easier.
Just couldn't get the power out though. Needs to find that in between happy medium there.
Yeah, you know, adjusting these shirts is tough because if it's the easier it is to get down to the chest,
you lose the power out of the bottom.
Just the power out. So.
Ryan Stim really wants this 295. Over the 285 very convincingly.
The bar is loaded.
Missed the 295 on his second. Really wants to get this one. Just remember a note out there of Aliko listening to us here. Really like an Aliko waffle line. Be great on a cold Belarus winter morning. Aliko waffles. Ryan Stin, 295 kilograms. Fires it up. Did he get the lock?
It was fast, and it was good.
3 white lights, quick enough and convincing. Julian Johansson, JK, the big Icelandic. Opened at 300, absolutely smashed it. Looked for a 310 for his second, couldn't quite get there. Now looking for a third attempt at 310. Yep. He had a bit of trouble with this, didn't he?
Yeah, he's only 24.
Again, another very young lifter. It's extremely young in powerlifting.
We may see JK take a shot at the heaviest deadlift here. I'm sure he'd love it, but right now he's up with the 310 kilo bench, taking a retake of his second.
If he really wants to get this on the board here, I mean, he's currently sitting 4th in the predicted totals. Gets this on the board. Just can't quite hold it at the top there. A little disappointing. Managed to lift that well, but just couldn't hold the balance.
Yep.
Geordie Snyder's 325 kilograms. Opened at 315, missed 325 in his second, now looking for a third attempt at 325 kilograms.
I mean, Geordie's having a great meet. He had a PB squat of 380. His opening attempt bench was a PB at 315, so he's looking to go 325 now.
Here we go for 325. Gets a good line down to the chest. That looks better. Ooh, has he dropped
right
the
there.
bar there?
As a bobble.
Get 2 white lights though. Referees are happy.
Loading 300.
Let's see it here on replay.
32.5 kilograms for
how it looks.
checklifter. Yaroslav Shokal. The bar is loaded.
Hard to judge. Referee saw it and called it, so Jaroslav Shokal from Czechia,
And that
332.5.
And not one of the three called a bobble, so I gotta say it just from there it looked different.
Looking for 332.5. Gets it up fast. And gets 3 white lights.
Loading 340 kilograms for
Joseph Capolino under
from US.
all sorts of pressure now.
It's his third bench
340
press
kilos.
attempt.
Remember, he's also had a relift, but this is the 4th time out here for this lift. That extra little relift there
That's a part of him.
takes it
Bar
right out of here
loaded.
as well. He's under all sorts of pressure. Needs this on the board. Last chance.
I mean, if he fails to make this attempt here, then the 2 favorites in this event are both out of the total run.
Joseph Capolino, 340 kilograms.
Now, if he makes this, he jumps right up. It's in the 2nd place.
Has to get this lift. Taking his time. He's got to be playing on his mind. Working that down to the chest there. Gets the touch, gets the call. Not going to lock this out. That is Joseph Capolino out of the total runnings and overall medals now. So our 2 favourites that were looking to take out medals and world championships are now out of the running. David Lupak looking for 340 kilograms.
The bar is loaded.
Now Lupak's feeling a little bit here because Lupak came in here not even thinking he was going to be able to get a medal.
Now he's looking at possibly a silver medal.
Very possible.
David Lupak, 340 kilograms.
He makes this, there's a lot of pressure on Zavistinov because Lupak can pull. Can really pull. I mean, you know, that would be a storybook ending right here if the Czech lifter walked off with the world title in
Absolutely
Czech Republic.
phenomenal, wouldn't it?
I mean,
May have got this.
that should be it. Let's see.
2
Yes.
white lights.
There we go.
Through. The crowd has gone crazy. Czech lifter with 340 sitting in that overall 2nd position at the moment.
And we're sitting. We have David's family sitting right near us, and his friends, they're sitting right,
The bar is loaded.
sitting right behind the Norwegians over here. So they were very happy.
Andrei Konovalov, Russia, has put in that attempt again just to add the extra time. We'll just let that clock run down.
Next up is Hans Magna Bartvik, Norway, same 355. So they don't have to reload or change anything. Then we have Ken Sandvik with 360 and Savistinov.
Just letting that clock run down there. This has been drama after drama.
Wow.
We saw our favourite who was looking at taking out the World Championship, dropped out in the squats. Now we've seen the next running favourite miss all 3 bench. He's out of the runnings now as well. We've got 4 lifters out of the totals running. It's opened up the door.
Yeah.
And David Lupak, who knows, comes out and does his job. Could just walk away with a gold medal.
And Konovalov, it was kind of because he was looking to have a historic day based on training and what he's been doing, and so missing that first round, it was like water going down the drain in the tub. It took a little swirl when he missed his first world record squat by the side.
Yep.
Second came by, best lifter was gone. The third, that last little gurgle, world title down. Now Joe Capolino's fallen by the wayside on the bench press.
Hans Magna looking for 355.
And you feel for these guys. I mean, this is hard for us to sit here and watch it.
There's nothing harder than watching them miss those lifts.
No.
Knowing the feeling.
No, it's hard.
Rise that off the chest fast. Oh, just can't get that locked and control to the top.
Thank you, guys.
He'll go away with 347.5.
Brings him to 360 kilograms.
It's just such a hard thing. It's so exhilarating when everything's going well and you're having great storylines.
And that's the thing with powerlifting, isn't it? So you can have a great comp, you can have an average comp, and you can have everything just fall apart.
360 kilograms.
Volodymyr Savistinov, Ukraine, looking for 360 kilograms.
Now, he needs this, or he's only 2.5 kilos ahead of David Lupak going in the deadlift, with Lupak being a better puller.
360 kilograms.
Yeah.
Gives him the silver medal here in the bench press as well.
Right.
Needs this lift, though, to really stay in the hunt for that gold medal.
Prognosis. Right now, Lupak's got he's got a subtotal of 765. Savistinov is at 782.5.
Gets it to the chest. Gets the call. Locks it out.
There you go. That's huge right there.
Gets 2 red lights. His butt lifted.
Wow.
Lupak then is right in the hunt for the gold medal.
It is going to come down to third attempt deadlifts now for this championship. That's what happens when you make.
Just lifted that butt off.
And here's the difference. Lupak went 2 for 3 in the squat. 3 for 3. He went 3?
Sorry to interrupt. We have a world record M1 attempt from Kenneth Sandvik. 360 kilograms to the M1 world record.
And I believe he is the record holder right now. I believe.
Trying to add some more to it. Just put it out of reach. He's been solid. Fast to the chest. Fast off the chest. Can he get the lock? Not quite by the looks of it. Doesn't look like he's able to lock that out. 3 white lights. We've missing that. He gets a world M1 record at 360 kilograms.
Take a look at this here. Short, quick.
Nice and fast. And takes out the world record. Well, that's the end of our bench press session. Wow, more drama after drama. We have seen the Russian out in the first round. We have now seen Capolino out of those overall medal runnings, and the door is now open for David Lupak from Czechia to actually drive through in the deadlift and maybe take home a gold medal in his home country. We'll be back in 20 minutes and see the drama unfold in the deadlifts. Welcome back to the World IPF Open Powerlifting Championships 2017 in the beautiful Pilsen, Czechia. We are here for the final round, the deadlifts, where gods are made and egos are absolutely destroyed. We are opening with Kenneth Sandvik from Finland, looking at 175. You'll remember he opened at 175 on squat, carrying a little bit of a back injury. Just came out to put those big benches on and put a number up, get himself a total here at the World Championships. We have seen drama after drama here this afternoon, with our two favourites now out of the total running, and Kenneth stands it up with ease. Gives the crowd a bit of a wave, and I'd say he'll opt not to take his second and third lift.
Probably not.
Chai Chi Fong from Hong Kong looking for 200 kilograms. We have seen so much drama here today. Started off with expecting world record attempts, only to see the Russian miss all three squats.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Joseph from the US, that was then looking at the favourite to take the overall gold medal, missed all three bench. And Chai Chi Fong stands it up, makes that look easy and places it down ever so gently. 3 white lights.
Yeah, so now we have an interesting storyline. David Lupak, who really wasn't probably in the running for a medal, is now in the running for the gold.
Now finds himself in a position where he could actually challenge for the gold medal. It's really going to come down to these last few deadlifts.
After opening attempt deadlift, Lupak and Savistanov will be up by 2.5 kilos.
Jaroslav Sukal from Czechia looking for 280 kilograms. And the crowd has really filled up here for this last event. We've got people filling up upstairs, the crowd's filling up downstairs. They are going to go wild for David Lupak. Jaroslav stands it up and gets 3 white lights. Ito from Japan also looking for 280 kilograms. Just under his PB of 290. Shouldn't struggle too much with this one. Just taking his time there, making sure he hooks into that bar well. Wants to get a good grip on that bar. Stands it up. 3 white lights. We'll get the bar ready for Ryan Stinn at 285 kilograms now. Remember, these World Championships powerliftings are only possible with the help of our fantastic sponsors. Alico right behind this event, always have been. SBD are right behind it. Fantastic equipment from both of these organisations. Great waffle lines from Alico, apparently. Ryan Stinn, Canada, 285 kilograms. Stands it up easily. 3 white lights. Sahata from Great Britain, opening with 300 kilograms, well under his PB, 332.5. Should be a good, solid opening lift for him. Just to put things into perspective, the world record is 397.5 kilograms. No problems handling that weight. 3 white lights.
Beautiful.
Jordi Schneiders from the Netherlands looking for 310 kilograms. Stands it up without any problems.
Beautiful.
And gets himself 3 white lights. You can see this crowd has really filled up here. Joseph Capolino looking to salvage something from his day. Had a great squat, 432 and a half. He was looking solid and just missed all those benches. Now looking for 320 on his deadlift. It's going to be hard for him to keep his head in the game here. Stands up, no problems whatsoever. And gets 3 white lights.
Easy for Joe. I think Joe's going to want to salvage something out of this today and try and get a medal here.
Certainly
in the
wants to take something home.
Yep.
A lot of air. Svistinov from Ukraine, 320 kilograms, well away from his PB, 372.5.
I mean, Joe's got a silver in the squat right now, but I'm sure he'd like to get...
Yeah, I think he's going to be looking at trying to take something else home as well.
Here, yep.
And at least salvage something. A lot of air. Svistinov, 320 kilograms. No problems whatsoever with that lift.
Very easy lift.
Gets himself 3 white lights. Hans Magna, Norway, 322.5 kilograms. Well away from his PB of 365. An unfortunate start to the day with his squats. No problem standing that one up. 3 white lights. David Lupak, Czechia, looking for 335.
This will put him into second place, down by 2.5 kilos.
Looking for 335. Puts him right in touch here with that gold medal. And we know David has a very good deadlift. Got plenty of support in the crowd. No problem whatsoever.
And it's going to take him a PB deadlift to win this thing, but I think he's got it.
3 white lights.
He's got it in him.
Yeah, he's going to have to give everything he's got here if he wants this gold medal.
Yeah.
He's right in touch.
As you said, Ken Sandovic is passing his other 2 deadlifts. He got his bench press Masters world record.
That's what he came here for. Yep. Needed to get a total on the board to get that record. So Lupak has just put in his second lift.
Wow.
Which will put him in the predicted subtotals as dead even with Volodymyr. Tobias Zingseling, Germany, 340 kilograms.
So we now have 5 lifters over 1,000.
So still 10 kilos away from Tobias's best lift of 350. We're looking to put 340 on the board to end around one of the deadlifts. Very happy with that.
Jawohl.
3 white lights. And that brings us back to the start for round 2. We start off with Chai Chi Fong with 230 kilograms.
And depending on what what Ryan Stinn pulls on his second here, that he can also be over 1,000 kilos too. It would not be a great day for him, but it's a pretty darn good day.
230 kilograms for Hong Kong.
You know, he hasn't been over 1,000 for a while. He's been over 1,000 once. So he can really, I'd say salvage, but it's certainly not a bad
nice
day.
to finish the day over 1,000.
Yeah.
Getting his numbers back up there again.
Only done it once, and it was 2 years ago.
Chai finds no problem with his second lift at 230 kilos. He gets 3 white lights. Ito from Japan wants 292.5 on the bar. This will give him a 2.5 kilo PB. $292.5 kilograms. Just getting himself in the right zone here.
Again, he's only a junior lifter, so.
Got a bright future.
His bench press looked like he could handle another 20 kilos
Yeah, he
today.
certainly had plenty more in the tank there for the bench press. Stands it up.
There we go.
Locks it out of the top. And gets 3 white lights. Yaroslav Sukal, Czechia. 300 kilograms. To break past that 1,000 kilo mark. Spotters and loaders just making sure everything is right on that platform. Cleaning that bar off. Making sure each lifter has the best possible opportunity to hit their lift. Those guys have been doing a fantastic job this week. Probably one of the best spotting loaded crews we've seen.
Ever, yeah.
Very fast.
Done a great job. Last year's was good too. I mean, we have been seeing very good spotting and loading crews at World Open Championships.
Such an important part of a great event.
They make it go very smoothly and protect the lifters. It's fast. These sessions are very fast.
Jaroslav stands it up. Don't know if he was able to lock that out.
Nah, I don't think he got it. Let's see what the referee say. Huh?
2 white lights.
2-1. All right. So Ryan, it'll put him in a pretty good spot here for that 1,000 kilo total if he hits this.
Ryan Stinn looking for 305. Best lift 338. Best overall total 1,003. Wearing the SBD belt there with the patented SBT buckle.
I mean, depending on how this looks, you definitely want to load this to break that toe to go 1,005.
Certainly needs to take a crack at it.
Yeah.
Just managed to get it back down there before he lost his grip.
Yeah.
2 white lights.
And that can
Just
happen.
started losing his grip there, gets the down call and managed to get it down in time.
That can happen with his grip too. You know, if he's going to fail in the third, that's going to be the issue. He's gone from over under to double overhand grip with hook to no hook and then back to alternated.
All right, Sato from Great Britain looking for 320 kilos and an easy opening lift at 300. Just trying to salvage something from today after the squats. It's so tough for these guys to come out and hit the bench and the deadlifts after failing all 3 squats.
Just takes so much out of you failing lifts also. Not just mentally, but physically.
Physically, it's draining. Struggling to get that to the top there. Just couldn't get the 320 up.
That's why I'd rather see people be more modest with the number a little bit and take attempts to get there rather than try to push everything, because a miss, even if you wind up with the same number on the board, misses hurt your body more.
It takes its toll on you, very much so. Jordi Snijders, Netherlands, also wanting 320 kilograms. Opened with 310. Nice little conservative jump here to 320. Had no problems with 310 at all. Lifts that head up high. Stands it up and locks it out. 3 white lights.
So he's well within. He's got a PB total already. I guess he's going to go for a PB deadlift. He does that. He'll have personal best in all 4.
That's a good day.
At World Championship.
Volodymyr Svistanov of Ukraine looking for 335 kilograms.
This is well off his PB, so
he should handle this just fine.
He's just going to pace right now. I mean,
saving it for the last lift, watching what Lupak does.
Now, he hasn't made a big pull in a few years, but he also hasn't needed a big pull in a few years.
Doesn't look like he had any issues with that one.
Nope.
3 white lights. Joseph Capolino coming out for 342.5. Opened at 320. Good lift. Now looking at 342.5.
And this is well within his capabilities.
Yeah, his PB is 362.5.
Yeah. I mean, he's usually easily into the 350s.
Clock's running down. Is Joseph going to come out for this lift?
Alrighty. More than likely not.
Looks like Joseph decided not to finish his second lift here. Clock's running down. Left the time on the board to ensure the other lifters still have plenty of time between lifts.
And hands.
Good sportsmanship there.
Yeah. Wants to leave the time in.
You know, you drop out another lifter, takes away another couple of minutes, makes it very hard for the guys to come around again. He's decided his day's done, and that's enough. Hans Magna, Norway. Looking for 342.5 kilograms. Looked a little tentative walking up to the bar there. He's feeling a little bit beaten up after his day.
Oh yeah.
Certainly didn't have any problem standing it up though. Gets 2 white lights.
There you go.
One light there, a little bit soft in the knees. David Lupak with a big pull here of 352.5.
Now, depending on what Lupak does here, Savistanov right now has a 350 in. Lupak hits this. They're tied.
They are dead even.
And Lupak winning him
lighter.
body weight. Now, again, the Ukrainian's trying to do that. Savistanov is trying to stay just ahead of him. All he wants to do is win by that 2.5 kilos is all he needs.
And remember, in the deadlift, they've got a couple of changes for the last deadlift. So Vladimir's put his lift in, knows that he can change it.
He went up by 15. He probably won't need that 15.
Big pull from David Lupak.
This is huge here.
This will put them even. No problems whatsoever.
There you go.
Very smooth lift for 3 white lights. Their subtotals are now dead even. 117.5. 117.5. But David, being that little bit lighter, currently sits in first place.
All right, so right now Savistanov has that 350 in. We'll see what Lupak does. Again, it doesn't mean they have to stay there.
It's going to be a little bit of cat and mouse until it comes around to their lift. We're not going to know exactly what they're lifting until that 30 seconds out. Tobias from Germany, 355 kilograms.
Lupak has got 367.5 in. So that gives him the chance to pull what they put in, 367.5 versus Savistanov's 350. If they both pull that weight, Lupak wins on body weight. Right now, Tobias
we will
Zinzerling's
see
up.
some changes.
Yep.
Tobias, 355 kilos. Good at 340. That crowd really starting to get behind these guys.
Be interesting to see if either whom or if anybody comes off their number right now.
Stands up 355, but just can't hang on to it. And gets 3 red lights.
All righty. All right.
Julian J.K. Johansson, the big Icelandic, looking for 370 kilograms. He's got a PB of 380, so still well under his personal best. Still so young, 24 years of age.
Now he has pulled 382.5 in a deadlift only meet.
So 370 should be a really good, solid second lift, setting up that third lift for him.
And again, he's just out of juniors now. I mean, since his last year. Yeah,
this will put him in that gold medal position for the deadlift. Looks confident at the top. Gives the coach a smile. 3 white lights.
So we'll see what he puts on, but I think he would like to have the heaviest deadlift. Certainly wants the gold medal. He's got the gold medal. Nobody needs to pull 370.
Nobody's going to come close to that 370 because nobody needs to.
No. The best that's going to happen is 367.5 right now. Now we're around into the third round of deadlifts.
Choi Choi Fong from Hong Kong wanting 245 kilos on that bar, looking for 3 from 3. 245 kilograms. Just can't get those Alico plates off the floor. And he'll walk away with 2 lifts out of that.
I like what's going on here on the scoreboard. There's a lot of green up there. A lot of made lifts.
Eito from Japan.
That'll change a little bit as lifters are trying to jockey around here.
Eito looking for a PB of 295 kilograms. Broke his previous PB of 290 with 292.5 in his second attempt. 295, pretty conservative, but he knows where he's at. His coach knows what he can do.
There's silver medalist David Coimbra from Brazil, 93 kilo class. He's the technical controller inspecting the gear as Eito goes out.
All right, here we go. Eito from Japan, 295 kilograms. Gets it all the way to the top, gets the down command. He is happy with that. 3 white lights.
There you go.
Gives the waffles a bit of a tap on the end there. Jaroslav Sukal, Czechia, looking for 307.5 kilograms. And if you can hear that crowd, they love this guy. Jaroslav, 307.5. Guys just cleaning the bar up there, making sure everything's right for Jaroslav. All right, the bar's loaded for Jaroslav. 307.5 for his last lift of the day. Really getting aggressive out there. He wants this number. He wants 3 from 3. Stands it up. Can he lock it out? Not quite there, and drops it to the ground.
You finished with 1,020.
Sahota, Great Britain, looking for 320 kilograms. Opened at 300, missed this on his second. Just couldn't handle it. Looking to come back out here and put it on the board.
So, Sincerling from Germany missed 355 on his second. He put in 372.5, which I think he'll probably come off of, depending on what happens with lifters behind him, because I guess he wants to move up and get a medal for himself today.
320 kilograms.
Johansson's got 385, give him the second biggest deadlift of this competition.
There's some big numbers coming up there now.
Yep. It'll be the second biggest in this contest. I think 3rd biggest of the year.
It looks like Sahota might not be taking this lift. Just letting the clock run down there. Decided not to take his 3rd attempt. Feeling a little beaten up after missing squats. Taking its toll on his body a bit.
He had a 227.5 bench and hit his opener of 300 in the deadlift, and I think he just
decided taking his toll too much on the body. We had a chat with the coach, made the decision to pull it for today and save the body. Ryan Stinn looking for 325 kilos. This will give him a total PB
105.
1005.
He's at 1,003. That's what we were talking about. Hey, look, put it on there today, right? That doesn't change anything about his placing. He's solidly in 6th place no matter what happens here.
This is just for him. This is for a PB. This will take a shot at adding a couple of kilos to his overall total.
If he does miss this, then Centraling may stay on that 372.5 to move into 6th place. But that's still a big, that's based on his opening attempt make of 340, that's a 32.5 kilo jump to try and move up. That's a big call. It's a hard piece of kibble.
That's a lot of kibble. No problem standing up. Just cannot hold it. We talked about his grip earlier. That was the problem there. He stood up well, but just couldn't hang on to it at the top. Jordy Snijders from the Netherlands looking for 325 kilograms.
Yeah, I still think Centraling doesn't have a chance here even to move up again and take Stin. It's just a little bit too much.
It's a big call. 340 open, and missed the 355 for a second, then jumping to 372 is a very, very big ask. $325.5 for Jordy Snijders.
Yeah, and I don't know if he can go 380. You know, 340 to 380 to move into 6th.
And Jordy just can't get that waffle line off the floor.
All right, Joe Capolino's up.
Joseph Capolino opted not to come out for his second lift there.
Nah, I don't think he's coming out for this one either.
I wouldn't imagine so. Again, a little bit beaten up after today. Had a big squat. Had to do 4 bench attempts because he had the relift as well. Really takes its toll on the body.
When he came up after his 4th bench, he stood on the platform for a while. That I think his back had tightened up on him. He was just not
That
moving.
4th one really takes it out. I think at the end of the day, it was great getting the relift, but might have hurt him a little bit on that last attempt.
Sometimes people pass on that relift. You know, the one advantage that he had. Well, see, the problem is the relift is the issue, not what happens after the relift, because he only has about 4 or 5 minutes, whereas normally he would have about 12 to 15 minutes, about 15 minutes, 18 minutes if he didn't take that relift. So he got shorted, had about only a 5-minute break, then 18 minutes later had to take a 3rd attempt.
Yeah, it's pretty tough on the body, that one. He's probably feeling a little beaten up. Puts one on the board for his deadlift and then opts not to do the next 2.
Yep.
Clock's just about run down from there. Vladimir will be our next lifter from the Ukraine. Looking for 345. Vladimir Svistonov, 345 kilograms.
All right, so he dropped off of that 350 down to 345. Lupak is still at 367.5. If Svistonov misses this, Lupak is your champion.
345 kilograms. His 335 looks solid. 345.
And if Svistonov makes this, Lupak will drop from 367.5 to 362.5 for the win.
No problems with that. Can he lock it? A little bit out of line at the top there, but locked it away and gets 3 white lights. 345.
That 350 looked like it was very makeable.
Yeah, look, the 345 wasn't a struggle for him.
Not at all.
At all, really.
Not at all.
Got a little bit out of line, but certainly wasn't a strength or power issue.
Now, we don't know what he looks like in training, right? That may be, for him, that may be what a limit looks like.
Yeah, it's always hard to say. I mean, we can sit back here and say, well, it looks like he had another 10 kilos there. But, you know, again, we don't know what his training's been like. We don't know what he looks like in the gym.
Yeah, we have no idea.
That might have been it for him. I've seen lots of lifters that make a lift look very easy, add another 2.5 kilos and they can't move it off the ground.
So Centraling came off of that 375 or whatever he had in. He's now down to 355. He's retaking his second attempt.
And we've seen Lupak there put in 362.5.
Yep. So he dropped that 5 kilos, we said. And J.K. Johansson changed to 400 kilos.
Stands it up, gives a big smile, lets the crowd know he's got the 355 in the bank.
There we go.
3 white lights. We have an attempt change in. Hans Magna, 357.5.
So this will move him into bronze medal position in the deadlift, pending David Lupak's pull for the win. So if he makes this, that means Lupak's pull for the win, his bronze medal deadlift, and gold world championship, gold in total.
357.5. Just can't get it past the knees. Came off the floor really well. He looked a little tentative on his last lift. Might be feeling a little bit tight through the back there. And David Lupak is our next lifter, 362.5 kilos. He is pulling for the gold medal overall to be the new world champion, the IPF Powerlifting Championships.
You hear him here.
This is for the gold medal world champion, 362.5 kilograms. We are watching local check-in. David Lupak, 362.5 kilograms for the world championship pull. It's going to take everything he's got. Standing it up, stands up, can he lock it? He locks it out.
There it is. There it is. World champion.
The crowd is on their feet.
World champion.
World champion David Lupak wins the world championship from Czech Republic in Czech Republic. Our new world champion.
There's some of his family there and teammates.
The crowd is on their feet. They are absolutely loving this. And now we've got Julian J.K. Johansson pulling for a world record of 400 kilos. Does it not get better than this?
No, the way to end this.
What a way to finish a fantastic championships. This is the last lift of the championships. And right here, world record attempt at 400 kilograms.
You know, and this may not have started out well this session, but we're looking for a big end here.
Boy, it has turned around.
And everybody's getting back on their feet again.
They want to see a world record. We've got a local Czech Republic winning here in Czech Republic, the World Championships. Now we've got a world record attempt from the big Icelandic.
Here he comes.
Julian J.K. Johansson for 400 kilograms. The crowd is so much on their feet, we've had to turn to our screens because we can't see the stage anymore. Not quite there. Came off really well off the floor. Just couldn't get it to the top there. What an amazing event here. David Lupak, the new world championship. Vladimir from the Ukraine in second place overall. And J.K. Johansson, the big Icelandic, in third place overall as well.
It's amazing.
What an absolute turn of events here to see this world championship unfold. And it has been an absolutely incredible week here, Elliot. We have seen every single session, world record attempts and world records drop in every single session this week. It has been outstanding. And to finish watching the big boys come out and play, and to see a local lad, David Lupak, take out the World Championship. You know, that's the thing about powerlifting, isn't it? You come along, you do your job, you chip away at the total. It doesn't matter what everyone else is doing.
Exactly.
Do your job. And what happens today, we saw the Russian drop away, we saw the American drop away, and David Lupak got to pull for that gold medal.
You know, David Lupak had a storybook year. I mean, he's worked and built his total over years. So he medals at the World Games and now comes in here and wins the World Championship in his home country. Is absolutely caps off an amazing year for David Lupak.
It doesn't get any better than that. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have the medal ceremonies coming up. I'm Gary Williams. This is Elliot Bulldog Feldman. Thank you so much for listening to us all week, and we will talk to you all next time.
will be presented by Arnold Wallström, the president of EPF, and Sigurd Pettersson, the vice president of IPF. Let's get to the results. Results in squat. On the third place, David Lubac from the Czech Republic with 425 kilograms. On the second place, Joseph Capellino from the United States with 432.5 kilograms. First place, Volodymyr Svistunov from Ukraine with 432.5 kilograms. Results in bench press. On the third place, Hans Magne Barkvedt from Norway with 347.5 kilograms. On the second place, Volodymyr Svistunov from Ukraine with 350 kilograms. And on the first place, Master 1 record, Kenneth Sandwick from Finland with 360 kilograms. Results in deadlift. On the third place, Tobias Tinseling from Germany with 355 kilograms. On the second place, David Lubac from the Czech Republic with 62.5 kilograms. And on the first place, Julian Johansson from Iceland with 370 kilograms. Finally, the results in total. On the third place, Julian Johansson from Iceland with 1,060 kilograms. Yes! On the second place, Volodymyr Svistuna from Ukraine with 1,127.5 kilograms. And on the first place, David Lubac from the Czech Republic with 1,127.5 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of the Czech Republic.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming here. We had an exciting week with great competition, and of course, if then also the local matador is the winner here, then it cannot work for the organizer that one of their lifters are the world champion. So great week. Thanks all to you, the lifters, who have made this possible, this great championship. We have really enjoyed it. For all those who are leaving, I wish a safe trip back home. For those who are going to banquet, I see you at the banquet. Thank you very much.